Hello and welcome to Into the Barbershop. I'm your host and barber, Jordan Brook, and today's guest, we grew up together, we're actually related in a strange way, and he's actually one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. This is Jack Rigden. Mr. Rigden.
What's happening?
Welcome to Into the Barbershop, sir.
Big things.
Big things. Second one. We got in the deep end. You've got a lot to follow. Greg's been in. Right. So, first things first. Obviously, full well as you know, being a barber is your background like me.
Yep.
How would you like your haircut, sir?
Right. Nothing off the top.
Nothing off the top?
Nothing, no.
You're grinding it?
Grinding the top.
We're going for one of these new Rigden cool hairstyles we've had before, over the years. Yeah. Go on, talk to me.
So, nothing off the top. But
it's always a little bit of pressure cutting your hair.
Why?
Because you do what I do.
Because I'm the bollock.
You know, everybody who's a hairdresser will know that it's like when another hairdresser gets in your chair, it's tough.
So when I cut your hair though?
Yeah, I'm fussy.
I know, yeah.
But you've done it well.
Oh,
look,
yeah, unbelievable.
Smooth. Right, so pressure, I'm going to concentrate for 5 minutes. Go on.
So yeah, nothing off the top. I need a bit out through these bits here because they keep falling in my face.
Yep.
And then I want the top layers longer than these layers. So this...
So cut that in neat round your ear?
Well, he's going to grow, so I want it to sit on my ear and just tuck and be a bit more natural. Same as around the back, but this needs to be longer.
So let's grow first. For now, we'll tidy the edges up a little bit.
So build it up from the sides, take this in a bit. This needs a bit of bulk out of it, so section this out of the way.
Yep.
Pull this down, cut this in nice and neat. This is overcombing it a little bit tighter. Take these bits out the wings, and then taper this in tight at the back, and then obviously, as this starts getting longer, then I'll start letting the bottom edge grow.
So, and if you
at the minute, it's the shape's like this.
Yes.
And I want it to be like
When
this.
it's come out. And if you was going to wear it any particular way on top, would you wear it?
Yeah, this way.
Over to the right like that. That side tucked in. And we'll taper the back in for now.
Quite tight,
until the top gets longer, yeah?
Yeah, obviously I've got a very flat head at the back. So, So
no
try
problem.
and keep a little bit through this back.
No problem at all, sir.
Yeah,
we can
sit
do
up
with
a little
that. No, listen, it's always been very, very handy having... Well, actually, we're going to have to introduce a few people as to how we know each other, for starters.
Okay.
Because people watching know that we're best mates and have been best mates for years.
Call each other brothers.
There's a reason we call each other brothers. We are actually stepbrothers.
Well, we was.
It's a long, long-winded story. Basically, Jack's mum,
Big Shao,
was with my dad, Big Dow. Was with my dad for how many years?
I don't know, I was 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was 9.
Yeah, so that's when they met. Our parents met. I was
Probably
9.
10 years, maybe a bit longer, I suppose.
Yeah, I was 9. You was 11.
Yeah, I remember first day.
Yeah, I remember it so clearly.
I was coming home from school.
Do you know what? Because there's so many people that can relate to this as well. When you get introduced to a new potential step sibling,
Yeah, but I'd never met your dad.
No, you hadn't.
I'd never met your dad. So I was on my way home from school. My godparents lived down the same road. I went, oh, your mates are outside yours. I was like, what the fuck is that? Turned out it was a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old. I thought, well, not my mates. Yeah.
No, I remember.
Hated you.
I remember the house, yeah? I remember the house, I remember where it was, and I remember being stood there with your mum in the doorway.
Yeah.
Like a 9-year-old.
Your dad weren't there either?
No, it was me, Bill and your mum.
Yeah.
And then I was sat, and I remember looking down the road, and I see this. I got told he's 11, yeah? The scooter comes down the road like this. I'm thinking, surely not. He looks about 40, yeah?
I basically look like this. Just walking down the street, except for I was 15 stone then.
Oh, and that was my new stepmother.
Yeah.
And
Little
mate.
did we know as well, like, the carnage journey it would be.
What's gone on over the years.
I know.
Like, it's actually mental. No, but to be fair, you didn't like me at first.
No. I didn't like you until you was 17.
That's a lot of years.
Yeah. I think my mum and your dad split up before I even started liking you. Just wanted to come at me all the time. I was like smoking snacks over the park, drinking bottles of Frosty Jacks, doing headstands with bottles of Lamborghini.
I remember because I was younger and you was like that teenage kid getting up to naughty things that I hadn't discovered yet, yeah? Like smoking over the park.
Yeah.
And I remember because you thought I was going to grass shot to my dad, you were so scared of him.
I was like, no, he can't come at me. Fuck off. I was going over the park all night long. You were sitting at home like...
I was scared of the dark.
Scared of the dark, petrified of everything, and I was out.
Come on, I was 18, Jack. Come on, no. I'm dropping in.
You was actually 18.
I was scared of the dark till I was about 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Do you remember that time we went the Lake District and you had to
No, New Forest.
New Forest, yeah. You had to sleep in the same bed as your dad.
Yeah, of course. How old was I? 21, 22? No, I weren't. I was a young kid, but
we were young.
I was bad as a kid, man. I was terrified of my own shadow.
It was that
for years, and you was polar opposite.
I know, I was out like.
I remember my dad telling me a story once. I think you was about 13, and my dad come back to your house. I don't know where he'd been, and you was 13 years old, sat in the front room watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
But the thing is as well, like obviously we had our gaff, but my mum basically lived with your dad, so I was just lived there on my own. But from the ages of, 13, 14, to whenever, but I remember got broke into and everything.
What? Who did?
Yeah, my mate had his bike in my back garden.
Yeah.
He's like, my bike's not there. When I come home, fuck knows how he didn't see it. I come home and the back window was put through. I was like, for fuck's sake. I remember I ran upstairs. Fucking thing, I don't know what I was going to do.
You ran up there to see who was up there?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I wouldn't have gone in. We was two very different kids.
I know. Then we rung the old bill and they turned up and dusted everything. I remember this specifically, and they dusted everything. And about 3 months later, the fingerprint dust was still there. No one ever cleaned them off the door. I had mental things.
Just in case come back, mate.
Same geezer. I had mental things. I remember once I went out and, obviously, because my mum just must have trusted me so much, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Went home after a night out, woke up in the morning, and I live right outside a bus stop. And it was, fucking hell, that bus is loud. When I went down, the front door was wide open. Just left it open all night.
Well, you have had the tendency though, with us growing up, you are the clumsy brother, aren't you?
Yeah, horrific.
Like, I've always been like the quite calculated, sort of OCD, I'll get everything in order.
What was your dad's word for me, always? Finesse.
Finesse.
Got no finesse.
And you still ain't.
Nah.
You still ain't. I've had 6 carpet cleaners into my new house to try and clean up. We had brand new cream carpets fitted. No one has spilt a drink. Jack, whole cup of coffee over the whole
but it
entire
weren't
lot.
I ain't going to put no one in it, but...
Drop my name. Who are you going to blame?
No.
Drop my name.
No, because it's not fair on her, but... Abby. But it weren't my cup of coffee. It was her cup of coffee, and I was in a rush leaving, and I couldn't find my card, so I just whipped the quilt back, whipped it back.
Whipped the quilt back with a whole entire cup of coffee, freshly made as well.
And because I was in such a rush, I'd left.
Yeah, left and didn't say anything. I didn't find it till 4 days later.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. No, don't. You've always been like that though.
Yeah, I was always clumsy. But growing up as a kid, mate. Listen.
You have got, growing up as a child, listen, we've been friends for a lot of years, but you've done a lot before I met you. You was Nutty Jack before I met you.
Yeah.
You, talking about clumsy, please tell the story. I've heard it a million times, but please tell the story of when you got stuck in a tree because you wanted to be Bear Grylls. Every kid, no, it weren't Bear Grylls, it was Ray Mears.
No, I don't know. I was watching one of them, and I lived outside my house was this tree. I used to climb it all the time, like bombastic. And for some reason, I don't know why I thought I would do it, but I put a backpack on. Tied the backpack to... So tied the things up around me, like, so I put a backpack on.
Sit still.
Sorry, tied this up, tied a bit of rope to that, climbed up the tree, tied the rope to the first branch, obviously climbed up the tree, but obviously the rope was only, I don't know, 5 foot long. So you can only get a certain way up there. Anyway, I've done what I've done. I thought this is boring. I can't only climb so far. So I've just let myself down, jumped at the tree, and the rope's went bang, and it's just...
So the rucksack arms...
I'm like that, rucksack up there like that, and I'm just hanging in this tree, like thinking, what is... But I was like this far from the floor, so I'm trying to sit on tiptoes, but obviously the rope wasn't long enough for me to land, so I was just hanging in the tree like that. But only for a couple of minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then my mate Nicky walked round the corner. And I was just like that, like just swaying side to side. He's like, "You're right." I was like, "No, not really. I'm stuck." And he had to push me back up the tree. Same tree, different time. Climbed it again. Got all the way to the top.
Yeah.
This is like. So I grew up in a place called Harold Hill.
Yeah.
Which is a cancer estate. It's the best place in the world. I love it.
You are, to be fair, you're very proud to say you're from Harold Hill.
Big up Iron Free. Come on. But it's just a quality place. No one goes there and no one leaves there. It's unreal. So my sister.
It's like Lion King, you know, when he goes,
Yeah.
"See there, son? Nobody goes there."
Yeah, that's what it's like. So my sister, obviously, is 6 years older than me, so she was outside outside the front of the house of all like the hoodlums, all the wrong ones. And I was less than 10 because I remember leaving there when I was 10. That house. Climbed up this tree trying to show off, and I've got all the way to the top of this tree, got stuck, and then so this geezer was like, "Oh, I'll come up." So he's got me Come up to the top.
I know this story.
He's come all the way up to the top of the tree. Got me all the way down to that same poxy branch. As I'm sitting there waiting to get down, he swung his leg round, kicked me straight in the face, kicked me straight out of the tree. Just fell straight out. I was only 8, just straight on the floor. I was like, fucking hell.
Listen, you've got to sit still.
I'm sorry, yeah.
If I'm going to cut your hair.
Yeah.
This is exciting. I'm having a great time. But your Barney ain't having a great time.
Oh, yeah, and that was skinhead.
Oh.
But yeah, so...
it's class
yeah.
though, man.
But that's yeah, it was very different to how you grew up. Like.
Yeah, I was sort of... So I grew up in Church, obviously, which you know very well. That's where you worked for a lot of years, do you know what I mean? Church was... What?
Went to school there.
Yeah, exactly. And Church is blinding, I think. Nice place to grow up. Just take a little bit of weight out the top here, mate. Yeah. Church is a nice place to grow up, do you know what I mean? But very, very different to Old Hill. I remember being a bit naive kid, thinking, oh, Dad, come on, I go out with my big brother Jack, blah, blah, blah. And you was like, no. And I know in my dad's heart, he was like, no. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But we did, and I remember discovering Old Hill at about 14, 15 with you, thinking this is a world I've never seen.
It was just. I don't think. Honestly, the generations of kids younger than us won't ever they play PlayStation and all that. We obviously, I had PlayStation stuff, but we was just out 6 weeks. We was just out constantly, all the time. We used to do the bus route, so you'd go down a shop. All the girls would get a bottle of Coke. Yeah. Throw it away, half it. Get a £5 bottle of vodka, fill it up, drink it, spin it round, and all the geezers. At the time, you could get 8 cans of beer for a £5.
Right.
So we'd wait outside the shop. Just classic, just growing up as kids in that age. And then you'd get on the 496 bus. And it'd pick you up at Arrowwood.
With your 8 cans of beer?
8 cans of beer. There's 40 of us, yeah?
Yeah, nice.
And you'd get on it, and it'd go from Arrowwood station all the way to Queen's Hospital. And then back again, all night long, until it stopped. Or you go over...
You just sat on the bus?
Sat on the bus, yeah, just sat on the bus. Just drinking and just causing carnage.
Oh, mate.
And then... it was good, but then I got to 15, 16, and we all started going that there was a pub called the Duckwood.
I never
shout at the Duckwood.
I never come to the Duckwood.
No,
I come on the scene when we used to drink in the Pompadours, which ain't there no more either.
Pompadours has gone as well. Yeah. But the Duckwood, I was year 10, so I was at 15, 16. Yeah. And obviously, there was a blinding couple who used to own it called Rosemary and Gus. Yeah. And we just convinced them he was 18, and they used to have a pub.
No, they ain't got pubs anymore. They ain't got pubs anymore.
No. Sorry, Rosemary and Gus. Fucking in the nick. But we convinced him he was 18. There was a girl we used to know used to work there. She wasn't even 18, selling pints. Yeah. And they used to have a beer called McEwen's, and it was £2 a pint.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah. And then at 9 o'clock they would do happy hour, and it was £1 a pint. And I used to have a tenner a week. That's what I used to get, £10. So I used to go buy a pack of snouts, £1.80. Mayfair.
Mental.
And then you'd go and have 6 pints in there at £1 each, and then I'd go and get doner meat and chips.
And all for a tenner?
All for a tenner.
What could you get for a tenner going out nowadays?
Nothing. 1.5 pints.
Not even, is it?
It's £6 a pint, really, isn't it? I don't know. Math.
Mental, isn't it? That is. I do. It's you do look back, don't you? Living in them times was so different to now.
So different.
And even when you hear people like your grandparents say, your parents say, your grandparents say, back in my day, we're actually getting to that age now where things are so different from when we was younger.
Yeah, I say it all the time. Like it was, and it's kind of just like going over the park and I mean, obviously kids must do it, but there weren't really ever any ag either. Like there was fights, and I used to get all the Romford boys turn up and all that. I used to think, God, because obviously all my mates used to just get drunk. Like we weren't really ag or anything, and then about 300 Romford boys used to turn up. I used to think shit, and then I started MCing.
Yeah, nice.
down the youth club. Nice. And there was another fella from...
What was the youth club called? Youth club? Dream Street.
Dream Street UK.
I remember. And you never let me come. I always said, Jack, I want to come to Dream Street. And you always had in your bedroom little exercise books from school. That was like the ones you used to nick them because to do English and maths. But you'd nick blank ones from school. And I remember looking through them, they had MC lyrics about how much you loved Ella and Ronnie and whoever else you was loving at school at the time.
I know exactly. I know. I wrote a couple of songs for a couple of birds actually.
You're gonna have to give us some bars.
No way.
Yeah, come on.
Nah.
Come on. I know your name. Your rap name. Anything goes. Anything goes when it comes to hoes. I remember it.
I was 14. What did I know? Nothing.
Come on. Give us a little. What's it called? Give us a quick 16.
What's someone no, I ain't got a quick 16. What did we used to do?
No, that's someone else's. I want something you've written. That was Oxide Neutrino. Not even that. It's cheating. I want something you've written.
I can't remember him.
Come on, you beautiful girl. I love you.
That's the
Come
one.
on, I remember it. It was good.
It's so cringe.
Come on.
What was it? So I remember I wrote this
Listen,
for a
you
bird.
ain't got to cringe about it. You was 13-year-old kid. This was what you was writing about
I should have fucking sold it. I'd have been a millionaire by
Well,
now.
so this is what you wrote for your crush at the time.
From the A to the G, it's anything goes up on the mic, and I'm feeling right. So I write this from about love. It's in my heart, in my brains, in my soul, in my veins. I know it when you feel it, trust it when you feel it, keep it when you feel it, let it go to the right girl, and it changes your whole world. Saying them 3 words, don't give you butterflies or birds. Girl, this is how I feel about you. When I'm with you, it's a dream come true. Me and you, we're a tag team. With the shirt and the seam, the Bonnie and the Clyde, the Jackson and the Five. We don't go without each other. We stay together forever. Baby, me and you never get old but new. Beautiful girl, I love you.
Yeah!
Hey, pick up, nicking all the birds in year 9. What's happening?
Drinking your Panda Pop upside down.
Yeah. Buying snouts for 50p.
Oh, mate, that's brilliant,
I remember,
man.
I wrote it for some bird. I absolutely was in love with her throughout school.
What's she up to nowadays?
She's got a kid and all that, man.
Ah.
She's lived life the right way.
Yeah.
I'm still here writing lyrics.
Oh, Jack, that is good though.
Mate,
I forget you was an MC.
Yeah, powerful, mate.
It's mad. But that was us
Yeah.
growing up, 2 very different lives.
Yeah, and then obviously, then you come out of us that fateful night.
Yeah.
Weren't even, it was Charlie Cash.
Yeah,
Charlie.
it was round his house.
And I was like, he was like, bring him out. I was like, no, I don't want him to come out. Like, at the time I was snouting, obviously. My mum and your dad used to go into one. I was boozing. Not boozing, but we'd go out and but at this stage he was 17, so then Charlie was like, bring him out. I was like, listen, I'm not inviting him out, so you can invite him out. And then we went round his house for a snake bite night.
And that was my initiation.
It was carnage.
That was when...
No one else got an initiation.
I know, it was quality. It was like, Jordan, we've all had to do this, and you hadn't.
No.
It was like, drink pints with Tabasco in it, shots with something else in it. It was
Shot Sambuca with Tabasco.
Yeah, that was a heavy night for me.
Yeah.
And that, but
get
that
on the floor.
was...
Do you remember that? Get on the floor.
But I was like that 18-year-old kid, and I wanted to be involved in your group of mates so much that I would have just done anything, and I was that initiation kid. It was like a proper uni thing.
Yeah.
And then from that day on, they've been my best mates since.
I remember sitting there with my legs round you, and you was like, and I had my fingers down your throat, and you was like, all in the bin. I was like, oh God, I took him out. I've killed him.
Terrified.
No,
but you got to then take me back to my old
man. Yeah, I
man.
just dropped you off to your mum, I think. I don't know, but the next day, we was driving back to the flat, so I was then in the flat. Can't remember who was driving back, and it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You was pissed out your head still. You was all like, I thought, fucking hell, what have I done? But then from then on, obviously,
best mates.
you come out here all the time from then on, and now look at us.
Cool.
Brothers, mate.
It's mad because then, that you went through the stage of us 2 working together. Yeah. Where we both learned how to cut hair. Yeah. We lived together in the flat.
That was carnage.
We've had some good times.
That was probably the best time of our lives. That was come out of nowhere as well, and it was just like, you stand at man tonight, and before you know it was 3 months deep.
Of course.
We should just go shopping, didn't we? Just buy like crates of beer and sausages.
It was brilliant. Iceland's all the way through. Always. Anything. Well, Jordan, what you want for dinner? I used to come around, you'd do proper school dinners. Yeah. Waffles, turkey, dinosaurs, beans.
Smiley faces.
Going through your life is actually mad talking about this, because other than being an MC and a barber, you then become a chef for a little while.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Yeah, master. What is it? Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
No, I've done a bit of everything.
You're an unreal cook.
Yeah, I can cook. Yeah.
Very, very
good. All the
good.
girls out there.
Yeah, all the girls out there watching. You want a man who can cook and serenade you with a few bars?
Yeah.
Laughing and drink plenty of beer.
Yeah, just necking off red wine and roast dinners.
Talking about birds, yeah? You must have some date stories.
Yeah, I've got.
Come on.
I've got a couple.
Because you're actually double single at the minute as well.
Yeah.
So every week I talk to you, you're up to something.
Oh God. No, so I'm actually I don't take birds on dates really that often. Like, I'm not. But do you know what it is? It's social media. It panics me. I think.
Why?
Well, because like girls.
How ruthless are you going to be about social media right now?
No, what do you mean? No?
I thought you were going to start talking about catfishes and things like that.
Well, that is one thing. I mean, I try to make my Instagram look as much as I look like in real life, so they know what they're in for when I turn up. Do you know what I mean? Like,
what do you mean? What,
if I face tapped it and I look like you, and then I turn up, I'm going to be fuming.
When you face tapped your abs on last week, you might have to delete that photo.
Yeah. But because it's just there's so much pressure in there. Like girls are like, I find it an ick if a geezer can't organise a date. So I go, all right then, cool. So leave it to me. I'll organise a date. And then I think, well, now I've organised it. Like all the pressure. If she don't like it, she's got the ick.
First date idea. Go.
The aquarium, Borough Market.
Nice.
I like it.
Nice.
Easy. Or there's.
I'd be happy if someone took me to a
Mate,
aquarium.
bar market is easy because it ain't. You can have a sit down
And
a bit
if
of
you're a fussy
grub.
eater,
Yeah,
it's
it's
better
loads,
food to eat.
Yeah, and you can have a few beers. Aquarium's something to do. It's a laugh. Who don't like fish and stuff?
It's true. The whole like going for a meal.
500 quid on a
First
bit of
dates.
grub, and I think, mate, and she don't like her. And then you think, oh, brilliant,
Yeah.
blinding. But yeah, so what I was saying, I haven't taken, you know, I go out for drinks, but typically not like a date. I say, let's go for a couple of drinks or whatever. But I won't. But I have been out for a couple of dates. But probably the worst date I ever had on.
Let's do a few things about dates. Let's do best date you've ever been on. When you actually turn around and you thought, well, this is sick. Have you ever been taken out by a bird?
No.
No.
Not someone that weren't my missus. I don't think.
No,
I've been
yeah,
taken out by
true.
someone who was my missus.
Yeah, true. You ain't ever picked a good one, not gonna lie.
But so no, so funny enough. So this story. So my worst day.
Let's do worst. Come on in.
The worst day, not the worst day, is that, but it turned out to be a really good day. I was actually seeing her for a little while, and actually she was very like, come, we'll do this. So she didn't really take me out, but like she would go, like she wasn't like, oh, you've got something. She was like, this is it, I want to do.
She'd make plans.
Yeah, like we went
Yeah.
to the comedy store and
Yeah,
all that,
nice.
like, and I've never done
Being
that
so
before.
funny the other night, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good laugh. Yeah,
Very clever to be that witty.
got coated as well. I sat right at the front, like.
Yeah, I went to, so I went, should we sit at the front? And I said, no, I didn't want to. And they are hell. They give you
Crucify,
absolute
yeah.
hell through there.
But so prior to this, I got into a bit of an altercation on a night out at Love Juice with some geezer. Yeah, I don't remember nothing.
Okay.
It was Lagbo, and it was New Year's Eve.
Oh my God. I've just realised the story you're about to tell.
Yeah. Right. So actually, no, it's just clocked. So at the time, I just started seeing someone.
Right.
And I'm outside in the smoking area at Love Juice at New Year's Eve. Where was it? I can't remember where it was. Anyway, someone's walked out, I've walked in, and something was said, and I was like, whatever, and he went, bang! They butted me. But I thought, fucking hell. Gone like that, tooth fell out. I was like, fuck. Split my tooth in half, yeah? So I was like, no.
Wait, you're about to go out on a date the next day?
No. So this is the full story. So this happened, I was seeing this girl, yeah, who ended up being a girlfriend of mine back in the day. Wrong with mum. My mum, I was like, Mum, someone's knocked my tooth out.
No, you went, someone's knocked my tooth out.
Yeah. So I've given her a bell. I was like, Mum, look, someone's knocked my tooth out. She's obviously, that's thick. She's shitting herself. I was like, I'm going to get a train home. So she's picked me up, but she's thinking I'm battered and bruised. I've walked in, sweet as a nut, like this.
You got
She
it
looked
like
fine, I went,
rhinoceros, though.
smiled, and just half my tooth's missing. She was like, for God's sake.
Weren't
you know.
the little nerve hanging
So
out?
the nerve was hanging out. So it was so excruciatingly painful. Anyway, so I went to a local dentist. No, that's not even true. So, and then it was New Year's Eve. New Year's Day, the day after New Year's Day, I was doing Mitchell's, back in work. At the bar. So I rang up my old manager. I was like, look, Dan, I can't come into work. Someone's knocked my tooth out. And he went, well, I'm going out, so you've got to go into work. I was like, that's a bit sore, innit? So I remember walking in the morning. Everyone's like, how was New Year's Eve? I went, and I just didn't have a tooth there. And everyone was crying. So now I'm cutting hair, like that, trying to help people, with a tooth hanging half off my head. Anyway, so that was that. I've then gone to the dentist. He's done a root canal. But listen to this. So obviously it was NHS. So he's done a root canal, shaved my tooth down to a peg, and he's give it, right, go on then. I was like, what? He's like, go on then. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I see.
Where's my phone's downstairs? I've got a photo.
No, we'll put it up. We'll put
the photos up.
So he's give it, so and that, but it's, you know, like when people have, go turkey.
Yeah.
Little tiny peg. He's like, right, see you in 2 weeks. I was like, whoa. I said, I cut hair for a living. I said, I speak to people every day. He was like, well, because it's NHS, he's like, we ain't going to give you a temporary one. So I just went, all right. Walked out, so for 2 weeks, I've got this peg. Anyway, he's given me this I've gone back 2 weeks later, so I've been 2 weeks in the barbershop, everyone's taking a piss at me. Gone back 2 weeks later and he's given me this absolute rascal tooth, yeah? Don't even match.
Is this the temporary?
No, this is the full boomer one. So this is the full story. The full boomer one on the NHS. So it's like, it doesn't even go right to the top of my gum. It don't even match the rest of my teeth. It's filth. But anyway, I've had that pretty much throughout the entire relationship with this girl.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole time I've had this minging tooth. Anyway, we split up, and then as you do, you think, oh, I'm back on it. So I was earning a bit of decent money. And there was a dentist who used to come into the shop, and he was like, look, I'll sort it out for you. I'll do it for a bit cheaper. And anyway, so now I'm single, so I've gone to see this geezer. So he's looked at it, he's like, look, what we'll do is we'll whiten all your teeth. And he said, we'll get you I need a root canal done again. And he's like, and then we'll get you a brand new proper tooth. Like the tooth was like $1,000, I think, just for the tooth. So anyway, so I'm doing that. So he's give me root canal, but he's put on a temporary one, but it's actually better than the actual proper one I've had. So he's put this on. Anyway, at this point, I'm talking to this girl. I'm messaging this bird on Tinder or something like that. And
Doesn't sound like you at all.
no, yeah. And anyway, so he's giving me root canal. So I've got a temporary tooth in it, and I'm whitening my teeth. So he says every 2 weeks, as your teeth get whiter, we'll change the temporary one. But so anyway, so I'm sitting there, and basically what happened is the root canal, where he's obviously fucked about, he put antibiotics in it, but it's got a little infection, so there's pressure building up. And I'm thinking, my fucking tooth is killing me. Anyway, give it a whack on a baguette. Pop, fell out. I was like, oh my God, my tooth fell out. So now I'm going for it. So I rung him. He was like, don't worry. He's like, you can go buy this stuff and you put it
Fix
in.
it then.
Basically, and it glues it in. Anyway, it don't work. Useless. Like, it doesn't work. But every 2 weeks I'm going back. So then obviously he's like, look, the stuff I'm putting on doesn't hold it. So be careful what you eat. Anyway, this went on for a couple of months. 8 weeks. And so every 2 weeks I'm going back. So I keep having a new one. Anyway. So this is coming back to the date story. So I've started talking to this bird. Cutting, again, Charlie Cash. We're cutting his hair. I'm chewing a chewing gum, having a chat. I'm washing his hair over the sink. I thought a little thing, oh, what? All of a sudden, bosh, tooth fell out straight down the plug hole. So now...
Wait, it didn't just come out, it's gone down the plug.
Yeah, so I'm chewing. I thought, oh, but I used to feel it for, oh, has it gone? All of a sudden, I voted my mouth, chewing gums fell out, tooth followed it, straight down the plug hole.
Shot for the people.
And I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? So I've lifted Charlie Cash up. I took the towel from him.
Did Charlie see it?
I smiled. I said, he was like, what? I said, the tooth just fell down the plug hole. So now I've got no tooth and I've got a date tomorrow, the next day.
This is so good.
So I've rung the geek. Obviously, I can't get out of work and no way in Mitchell, do you know what they're ever going to let you leave because your tooth fell out.
Yeah,
never.
Of course.
We didn't even let you leave
You
if
could
you're
be dying. You could be dying. You ain't having a day off, mate.
So anyway, then what do you do? I've got a teeth whitening tray and some of that putty shit. So I've just whacked that round my tooth, put the teeth whitening tray in, and gone on a day.
So it looks like a tooth stem, but
Well,
it's not.
does it? No, it doesn't. Not one bit. So anyway, but you know what I'm like? Like, if something bad goes
Anybody else would cancel the date
no
all
way.
day long.
She's salt. And I think you're better just acknowledging the elephant in the room.
Yeah,
so
always.
She's turned up on a date. She looks unbelievable.
Not even hello, by the way.
No, yeah. She's had a little bottle of wine and things, so she's all lovely. I was like, look, I've got to tell you something.
Say it again.
Look, I've got to tell you something, right? Listen, so I didn't want to go through the whole story, but I was like, basically, someone knocked my tooth out once, and I'm having a new one put in, but it's fell down the plug hole. She's like, what? I was like, I didn't want to tell you and cancel the date, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to talk to you like this, and I've got this gum shield in. So I had to go on a date with no tooth
But
in
you
it.
was going for dinner.
The gum shield, by the way, is clear, see-through.
Yeah.
So even if you smile, you can still see this little head coming through it. So we just went and got, but she was like, don't worry about it, it's fine, not a problem. We had although that sounds like one of the worst dates, it actually turned out really good.
That is
we
a
had
bad
white
first
laugh,
date story.
Got hold of her and everything with the old peg.
No.
Nice, yeah.
She
cool.
kissed you when you had no tooth missing.
Geezer, I'm
Oh, mate.
smooth like
She's
that.
a keeper, isn't she?
But yeah, we actually did see each other for a couple of times, and then, do you know what?
Got a tooth and she fucked you off.
Yeah. Got a little tooth and see you later. And then we just kind of fizzled out. But that was a bad.
Right, how's that looking, Barnet wise though?
Off the charts. Boat and I.
Good, isn't it? It's better now the lads getting longer on top. Wait, how about us? We rolling, yeah? How about Sofa yesterday? Did you see that? The surprise she got me.
Yeah, I know. Unbelievable.
You knew though.
Of course I know.
You're a little bit, basically yesterday, Soul surprised me and told me she'd take me to Vegas, to see Adele's last show. As you all know, I'm a singer, love singing, love Adele. Best surprise ever, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But you knew and didn't say anything.
Yeah, but you've always had this thing that I'm no good with secrets, but I am.
No, you ain't.
I
You're
am.
terrible with secrets.
You tell everyone everything and tell us all not to tell each other, but we all know the same thing. And me and Luke McKenna are the worst. We go like this. Do you know something?
Yeah, do you know? Yeah.
He goes, I go, do you know something? He goes, no, I don't know anything. I go, yeah, do you know it? Before you know it.
Has Jordan told you something?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. And then we just laugh. What would you know then?
Where, holidays wise, we've had some good ones over the years, don't we?
Yeah.
Where's the best one we've done together? Actually, you've done loads before.
I've done all the boys, except for Amsterdam. I've never done Amsterdam with the boys. But
where was your best boys holiday ever?
Iron Appa.
I wasn't even there, Liberty.
I know, yeah. But you, because I didn't like you at that time. Iron Appa, I was so horrendously devastated when I come home.
Well, you was in love with a rep. You went on holiday and fell in love.
I was.
You did?
I was talking to a bird here. We weren't seeing each other, and I was in love with her. Like, first ever, like, besotted with this bird.
How old was you?
18.
Listen, do you know what's mad? Everybody has that girl.
She was so much better looking than me. Like, was unbelievably good looking, and so obviously, but we weren't obviously official. Nothing had even happened between us, but we used to talk all the time. But I went Iron Appa, but she was going, but she was landing the day I was leaving.
Oh, devastating.
So I've had 2.
How much was you contemplating staying at the airport?
No, I see her the last day, like an idiot, went and see her. Walked down the beach. I knew she was like, I'm on this beach, so me and I remember.
Okay, don't worry.
Yeah. Running down the beach, and all of a sudden I heard her voice. I was like, wash. I was like, what's happening? She was like, what are you doing here? I was like, come to see you. And then, but obviously I was 18, I was single, but obviously I liked her, so I was doing, in Iron Appa, it was like cleaning up. But I ended up, so basically what happened, we all got off the bus, the coaching from the airport, and it was an 18 to 30s.
It's quality, because it really is like the In-Betweeners film.
We booked it through 18 to 30s, so we've turned up, we've got all these reps there, and as you've got off the bus, they've given it the old, he's mine. The reps. So the girls would give it, on a level, they was like, him, so...
Bagsy and the boys, basically.
Oh, and the geezers obviously Bagsy the girls, but basically like, I fancy him. So there was 2 I fancied one, and she was like, no, she's Bagsy you already. I was like, all right, calm, sweet, I love that, easy. Anyway, so then
I remember this.
So then I started obviously...
Crying because you missed your birthday.
No, I was thinking, no, I was first landed, I've got 2 weeks down thinking this is going to be the time of my life. And like back then, we was doing, our 12 days we did that there.
Wow, for a boys' holiday, that's outrageous.
Unbelievable. So anyway, obviously, so they was doing all the events. So we had a week with them, 18 to 30s, and they do everything for you. Then we had 5 days after. So obviously for the first week, I was just with this rep every night. Well, I say every night, but like one time I was in my room, and she's come and knocked on my door like 7 o'clock in the morning. She was like, come on, get ready, you're coming with me. I was like, oh, that's sweet. Walked me through.
Okay.
Yeah. Went back.
A bit of a trending finger.
Yeah. Just, all right, whatever you say, love, come on. Put my little pants on, tell her. Went back to hers, obviously, whatever. And then I remember, but then, like, so I got, this is 7, half 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Done it, 10:30, shot, I gotta go to work. I was like, you fuck, I was like, that on my face was swelled up, old and that. I was like, oh God. Then I walked through Iron Appa, 10:30 in the morning, it's dead as a door, like there's no one around.
Of course.
It was weird.
But you didn't know where the hotel was, did you?
That took me forever.
Yeah, I remember.
It took me forever to walk back. Anyway, but that was the best holiday. But obviously the last day, so now I've hit it off for 2 weeks, I am absolutely distraught. I'm going home. I cried. I was crying my eyes out. Going, I can't leave this place. I love it. Walking down the beach, bumped into her, went back to her hotel, like round the pool, having a chat with her, and then at some point you've got to give it the old, I've got to go now. So
Classic. There's nothing more British than slapping your knees and going,
yeah, I was like, right. See you later, have a great week. I'll see you when you get back.
Left her out there.
Cried.
She's actually sat next to all them geezers that just bags in her getting off the bus.
Yeah. So I've got on the plane. I walked 3 days straight. I cried. My eyes out. Didn't go to work. Nothing.
Shut up.
Devastated. Like, probably one of the worst I've ever felt.
Look down a little bit.
That was just such a good holiday. But one of the best holidays is when me, you, and little Jake went.
Yeah, Ibiza. That was great.
Do you know why? Because we booked it on a whim. We was only quite young.
Yeah.
We booked it for closings. Had no readies. I remember I had 1,500 quid.
Yeah.
That was it. We all had 1,500 quid. We got there, 5 nights, all put 50. We all give the money to you because you're the most looked after. So you had 4.5 grand between 3 of us for 5 nights, which sounds like a lot of money, but you don't actually go that far in Ibiza.
No, of course it doesn't.
But we didn't book a single thing.
Yeah.
We got out there.
I remember we had no tables. You only get all these. That was the year. Like obviously when you do Ibiza, everybody does the tables, everybody does the big like spends and all the champagne, spray, all them lot. But I have done that, hands down.
That's you.
I've been that
I'd
arsehole,
have been trying to catch it in my mouth.
Don't spend that money. But I have been that person, yeah. But that year we went, where we were sort of like younger, we didn't know the We didn't know what was
We'd
going on.
only been once before.
Yeah, but we didn't really have a plan. And it was, I remember, we turned up to, and every gaff was better.
And also, we didn't pre-buy any tickets. So when we turned up, because it was the closing of...
Carl Cox
closing.
Carl Cox's last ever night at Space, remember?
Yeah. And...
Oh my God, do you remember? We got to Carl Cox at Space, and we met our pal there from here, and it was so busy. Yeah, we got there really late.
That was our first night. Yeah, we landed at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Got to Carl Cox, yeah, and we couldn't get to the front. All of a sudden, this fucking little Spanish geezer about this big, with a trolley, was picking up glasses off the floor, going through the middle of the rave. I'll never forget it. It was like Harry Potter. Anything from the trolley? It was like him, this little Spanish geezer, and we got hold of him like a conga.
Yeah, just
me, you, and
behind
Jay,
him.
And all of a sudden, I'm at the front of Carl Cox's closing party at Space. Remember?
It was carnage.
And he just fucked off with his trolley.
Yeah. But every time. So we didn't pre-buy a ticket. We paid everything on the door. So when we got to there, no, I'll tell you what it was Elro.
Look down a little
Elro.
bit. Yeah. When I'm rich, I want to get this in my house.
That was good.
Yeah, brilliant.
But it was at Elro. So, but we've got then, obviously everyone's panicking, so they've pre-bought their tickets, 80 quid a ticket or whatever. But when we got there, the buying on the door, there was not one person standing. And I was like, can we just buy a ticket? She was like, yeah, just buy the ticket. And it was 15 quid dearer, I remember.
Yeah.
So it was like 95 quid.
Basically 15 quid for a queue jump.
Yeah, but there was no one in the queue. So we just did that every single time. Went to Ocean without a table. Bumped into all them boys and that, all the girls. We just ended up spending the whole time with them.
Yeah, I remember. Oh my God, yeah, we was young though, man. I look back at photos of that now.
I know.
And I think, wow, like, things have changed, man.
We ended up meeting.
Sorry?
We went on FIFA, this is a story. When we was in that room.
Oh my God. So this is the first time we ever went on FIFA?
No, second time. Me and you went the first time.
Listen, hold tight. When I asked you about your worst ever first date story, this one has got to be up there. This is the worst thing.
This is not a first date though.
No, but this is the worst thing I've ever seen happen to one of my, whether it was one of my friends or not. This is the worst thing I've ever seen happen to a man in front of a woman that he was trying to pull. And the only person I ever know that could front this is you.
I don't know if I was trying to pull her.
You absolutely was.
Probably.
Don't lie.
I don't remember where they was. But we'd obviously met. There was 3 of us, and we'd met there was 10 of them, 8 of them.
Right.
We're getting ready for a night out. Anyway, so we're all sitting in this room, all having drinks and all that.
Oh my God.
Talking, blah 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 blah, having a right laugh. It's hard for me to do it. So anyway, I'm sitting there.
Go on, stick money on. You can do it. So you're sitting.
I'm sitting there.
I'll be the bird, yeah? So you're having a full chin wag.
So I'm sitting there
with
like
this bird.
Like this. Yeah, whatever. Talking like
Look into my eyes like you're trying to pull me.
Yeah, I was like, what's that girl sweet? I was like, yeah. Anyway, so I'm sitting there just not thinking nothing of it. All of a sudden I've given it like, yeah. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. Dog shit. Straight across my face. I wiped dog shit
on my face. Wait, now let me tell where I'm from. From where I'm sat, I'm looking.
So obviously, just to explain the story, the reason is because I'd obviously had dog shit on my trainer without realising, and I'm sitting there like that, or I'll just hold in the top of my shoe, but whatever happened,
your fingers are in the shit.
Fingers are in dog shit, none the wiser, and I've given yeah. Oh, I thought, what is that? So I thought, that's dog shit. And then I've obviously looked and thought, there's fucking dog shit on my trainer. I've touched it, it's on my face.
Oh, it was fucking brilliant.
There's 13 people in this bedroom. And I'm like, this is before we've even gone out.
So in your head you're thinking, how am I going to get away with this? You don't know these girls from Adam really, either.
No, the first night I met them, I think we met them on the beach. Now we're going to Project or whatever it's called, some gaff. And I'm thinking, what do I do? Like, there's dog shit on my face. I can smell it. I probably smell like dog shit. So in my head I'm thinking, I'm looking around and I was like, look, there's nothing you can do, is there? This is what I mean about the same with the tooth thing. Like, you're better off just acknowledging it.
No, but listen, so I remember from my point of view, bold as brass, I'm stood in this room with my pal little Jake, you, chatting to a bird over there in the corner. I think I was stood with a couple of girls this side. We're all ready to go out having a right laugh. And all I've heard out of nowhere is my brother go, I've just wiped dog shit on my face. I swear to God, the fucking room stopped. And everyone looked up. Everyone thought something wrong.
I was like, look, I've got to be honest with you. I was like, there's dog shit on my trainer. I've touched it by accident and I've wiped it straight across my face. The girl next to me, I've been trying to graft, give it. I thought you smelled like dog shit.
20 minutes you've been talking to
I was
her.
like, are you fucking joking? I was like, why have you not said nothing? She's like, I didn't want to bring it up. But this, exactly, so for that particular, that's exactly why you have to acknowledge things. Because for the whole time I'm trying to graft her, she thinks he smells like dog shit.
She'd have gone home.
That geezer smelled like dog shit.
Dog shit. But
so I was like, so I've just then had to, so I'm like, look, it is what it is. Like, we've got to go out. I've wiped dog shit on my face. Have you got anything I can wash my face with?
I'm sweating from laughing.
So
Look down a little bit.
So I've like, has anyone got any? So I've like, taken my
But
trainers
I remember,
off. They were Converse and all.
But weren't them ones, was it?
Probably.
But I remember walking into the bedroom after thinking, where the fuck's Jack gone, yeah? And you've fucking got in this girl's bathroom, proper lathered yourself up with whatever wash you got
shampoo, conditioner,
your beard,
mouthwash,
gagging, heaving into a sink.
Dog shit everywhere.
Dog shit. When we walked outside to go out, we see the dog shit.
Yeah. And I've launched the trainers out. The only thing I can't remember is what I went out in. I must have. Couldn't have
put that in them?
No, I couldn't have put them back on. Surely not. I probably did, no, mate.
But
what I'm saying is, so I've actually obviously had to front it because she's given. I thought you smelled like dog shit, and I thought that's why you have to acknowledge things. Because if you don't bring it up, people get embarrassed for you. So I was just like, yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't think I ended up pulling that. I definitely got hold of someone that night. I can remember thinking, no,
it wasn't. She thought you smelled like dog shit.
Yeah.
That's the best. It's a golden story that will die with me. I swear to God.
Wipe dog shit straight on my face.
It was so good. Who wipes dog shit on their face when the first time they meet a bird?
But the first 10, 15 seconds is horror. You're like,
what do I do?
There's dog shit on my face.
Has anything else ever happened? Do you remember when I shit myself when we went out? Remember we went to this
is mental, yeah.
Really getting back to talking about poo. But I remember when we was kids and I didn't know what Suzanne thing. We went to Fort Park.
Yeah, I know.
And I went on the detonator.
On the detonator.
The big ride that drops from the top to the bottom. I was giving it big licks, thinking I was the bollocks. Because I just got tall enough, I think, to go on me and you. I was like, yeah, I'm a big brother Jack now. We do whatever we want. Got to the top of the detonator. I remember you looking at me going, you alright? I was like, yeah, fine. Great time. Do you know what I mean? Shitting myself all the way out the
Literally.
top. But it goes 3, 2, drops you on 2,
yeah,
doesn't it?
or it goes 3, 2, 1, and don't.
Yeah, I can't remember what it did.
And then it just
I can't remember what it did. All I remember is we got to the bottom, it hit the floor and shit fell out my
You didn't tell no one all day. All day we went back to the hotel.
I was so embarrassed with you and my dad and everyone, all the whole family's there. I remember just walking around thinking, this is going to stink. It's not so bad. I just remember thinking, God, I could not bring myself, because you're a piss-taking, horrible older brother that would never let me live it down. But, we addressed the elephant in the room, I shit myself on the detonator at Fort Park.
Yeah, nice. Didn't need something like that, but fuck it. Made me feel better now. We've shut us well.
No, yours was dog shit, that's worse.
Yeah, and it was on my mouth.
Yeah, mine was in my arse. Out my arse.
But you didn't tell anyone. You walked around with dog shit in your not dog shit, in normal shit in your bumhole.
You walked around with dog shit in your bumhole.
Yeah, that was a terrible story.
That was bad. That was bad.
That was one of the. Yeah, I think that was one of. But I mean,
well, that's as far as meeting a bird goes, Jack. That's a bad first way to meet a bird.
Yeah,
but if anyone can pull it back, you can. To be fair, you know what I mean?
Carnage, mate. I mean, that is. I mean, if you can manage to pull a bird off one dog shit in your face, you've got something special about you.
Do you know the thing I think about today is I do think people take themselves too seriously. You never have.
Never.
In today's society, me and you are we're quite piss-takey people of ourselves. I don't mind taking the mickey out myself. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I like to look. I like to look good. I hope I look good.
I'll tell you. You went. Obviously, we had. You just went. Obviously, we like to. I like to look good.
No. You do like to look good. No, I'm talking about myself here a minute. I'm talking about like in my head. Yes, I like to look good. Yes, I do worry about what people think. Do you know what I mean? And I think we all do to a certain extent. But me and you're quite good at taking the mick out of ourselves.
Yeah, you've got to.
But I think there's a lot of people out there that ain't. No. People take themselves so seriously nowadays and are so worried about what people think.
Yeah.
About like.
The thing is, if you don't do it, or if you're so worried, it just gives people ammo to be able to take the piss at you. It's very. Listen, don't get me wrong. I've been embarrassed and I've had people take the piss at me, and it's time. I'm quite witty, so I've normally got quite good comebacks. But there's a couple of times I think, well, I've come unstuck here. Like, I look like an idiot. But if you let it bother you, or if you don't address it first. If you address it first, then no one cares because no one thinks you're going to be... People only take the piss out because they want to make you look like an idiot. If you've already looked like an idiot or you show them that you don't care you look like an idiot, it's pointless for them. They're not going to gain nothing out of it.
I think you've got to have a good sense of humour.
Yeah.
Like...
We've got good sense of
humour. Yeah, I
humour.
remember my dad's friend, Ray Roth, you know, Dad always used to speak about him. He's passed away now, not with us anymore, but he worked with my dad, taught my dad for a long time, but his advice to Dad in any situation was always let your sense of humour take over.
Yeah.
And you do that as a person, million %. You are, if I'm ever having a bad time or a bad day and I ring you, I swear to God I feel better.
Yeah.
And Sophie says to me, ring your brother Jack, ring your brother Jack. Everyone does, because it just, I don't know what it is, it's something about you, and I just think you're a funny cunt.
Listen, because life's shit most of the time. Like, not mine is, but well, life ain't shit, but like everyone's going through something hard. Times are hard for everyone, and like it's like if you could just laugh it off and just try and get on with it, like.
Of course.
And that's the thing. Like, if you try and have a like, you can have a bit. Listen, don't get me wrong. Like, but the problem with me is, and this is going to sound a bit weird, but I'd rather be sad on my own, which is like the opposite of what people. But like, if I'm upset, if I've got something on my mind, if I feel a bit shit. And then I go down the pub. I don't want to feel like that in front of everyone. I love being around people and I love having a laugh. So I don't know, it's a bit of a weird way to look at it, but if I feel shit and I go down the pub, talking about feeling shit ain't gonna make me feel better, but having a good time makes me feel better.
Yeah, I don't know, but
no, I know, but this is only because my mind works in weird ways. But then I will go home and be very miserable.
But then yesterday,
cry on my own, watching fucking TikTok videos of soldiers returning from home. Crying out, put Celine Dion, fucking cook myself a dinner.
You are a little bit opposite to that. Like, you do have that. I don't think any of us talk enough. No one, men-wise. And me and you do. Like, we're at that stage now where last night, yesterday, I rang you. You weren't having a great time. Straight away, me and Soap was like getting around here, come round. And the instant you're around the right people, you do feel better. That's majorly important. Because you live on your own now, I've lived on my own as well. Yeah. And I remember having times here, before I met Soph, obviously, like living in my old house. Mate, it's like, to the outside world, you're like Jordan Brook, Obviously, I went back onto Towie and I went back to do The Voice, done that TV show. And everyone looks like you've got this amazing fucking life that, oh my God, it's all right for him, right for him.
You're sitting at home on your own.
But I was sitting at home on my own every night in the cottage. I was cutting people's hair still, all day, every day. Not really seeing my mates because I was working. I would see them if they come for their haircut. But I'd work till from 7 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night, cutting hair, doing what I could. And then I'd sit there on my own. Yeah. And it's hard. Do you know what I mean? But always, every single fucking time I ring you, I feel better. Yeah. Do you get what I mean?
Same if I bell you.
Yeah.
And but to be fair I think that's important. You've got to have a good group of people around you. And listen, as much as everyone needs to talk and everyone needs to, be willing to listen and that, like, sometimes you don't necessarily need to talk about that. You just need to be around good people.
Yeah.
Like, that's a key thing for me. Like, when I'm around you, I don't always, like, even like at times I've had shit in the past, I think I can deal with that. That's fine. But if I'm around you, like, we might talk about it for half hour. I'll get what I need to get out. But other than that, but now I'm around a good person and I feel better. You just need something like need people to make you feel better. And listen, like you say, our mates are some of the most ruthless, piss-taking bastards in the world. Yeah. But they'll do anything for anyone.
But they're funny. And laughing
gets.
I think laughing can get you over anything.
Yeah,
it really can.
Yeah, it can. Yeah.
I think, and you are funny. Like, I don't even. There's no other way of putting it. You make me laugh, man. Yeah, I feel like we're declaring our love for each other.
Yeah, soulmates.
Yeah, always. You've always said that. But, don't, man. It's just like, that is what it is. I think around the right people, you can sort of do anything, really. Do you know what I mean? I look at things like this with the podcast. I never believed in it. When I met Soph, she was very, it weirded me out a little bit. I'm not going to lie. She was like, we're really spiritual. And I thought, that scared shit out of me. I thought, oh God, because I definitely ain't.
Cleansing your aura and all that.
I've got no idea what spiritual... Never been that person. I've got no idea what that is. Someone goes from spiritual, I think I'm oblivious to it. I'm not knocking it or anything like that. I ain't got a clue. And she started talking about like energies and what you're doing.
The moon and all that.
She did a bit of the moon, but more like about when you are positive and when good things happen. Yeah. And it is being around the right people. Like, I met her and she's like, right, I wanted to do this. I wanted to make a podcast. I had the idea of Into the Barbershop 7 years ago. And I was living at home on my own, miserable in my old house, just thinking like, cutting hair, go down the pub, get pissed with the boys, whatever, come home. There was no like, then I get with her and all good energy start coming in and I'm that little bit spurs you on, that fire in your belly, and I think, do you know what, I'm doing it, here we go.
And to be fair to it, like, she's there like pushing you, that's what you need as well, because as much as people want to do things, it's hard sometimes, especially if you're in that situation, like when you're on your own, like at the end of the day, like you've fucking done 12 hours, you think, I just ain't got 2 hours in me to try and do this. Yeah. When then you're around someone like Soph and she's like, let's sit down together to do it, it does make a difference.
Yeah. I think I do. I was always, if I'm honest with you, I think I was always that believer in like, I'll do it on my own. I'll do it on my own. I'll do it on my own. That ain't the way to be.
No, and I always like to think like that, and I've tried a couple of things that ain't. I work much better having someone else to bounce. Like, listen, I'm very good at. If I've got someone else there, I'm full of ideas and full of like, let's do it, because you've got someone else to fall back on. Like, you can both, like, something goes wrong, you can sort of share. When it's just you on your own, all the responsibility's on you. Everything's on you. So if anything goes wrong, not you ain't got no one else to blame, but it's your fault. Whereas if there's two of you feel more confident because two of you are sharing the responsibility.
Definitely, and I do think, like I said, it really like enlightened me, if I'm honest with you, when I got with Soph, because I sort of met the right person in her. Do you know what I mean? She can hear me now. She's probably crying eyes at me, but it's like I met her, and she's made me the best person I am. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously we've got the whole thing going on with the Trying for Kids at the minute with Juno, and I know that day will come with.
Big up Uncle Jack.
Telling you, like, you will be like, I know you'll be there, but you're the good person, you're the good energy. I don't really know where I'm going with this or what I'm saying, I'm waffling. But it's something I felt like I needed to sort of say.
Yeah.
But,
Got to have good people around you. It's good.
Yeah,
and that's what we are for each other. That's fucking. That's why when people go, "You ain't brothers," it's bollocks.
Yeah,
we are. We are like
all day long.
We are like, it's just
all day long.
Yeah.
And it will always be that way. Do you know what I mean?
Always, forever.
It's been, oh mate, it's been a roller coaster.
It's been
we have had.
And we've got fucking so many years to come.
So many years to come.
Imagine us with kids.
Yeah.
It's going to be chaos.
But I will ask one
get
thing.
a bird first.
I was going to say, I will ask one thing. Can you meet a bird so we can do some nice double dates?
Yeah.
Listen, you've got a nice new fresh haircut now, right?
Yeah, I do look.
This is what we're talking about. I'm gonna put some nice wax in it for you in a minute, right? And I want you to plan the aquarium, Borough Market, and something else.
If anyone wants to come to the aquarium and you think I'm hilarious and you don't mind the fact that I wipe dog shit on my face every now and again, hit me up, girl.
But what we'll do, I'll tell you what we'll do. Deal, yeah? We'll set up the aquarium.
Yeah.
You take a bird there, and me and Soph will be there coincidentally.
Yeah, in the tank.
And we'll go out and we'll introduce her on the deep head.
Yeah.
How's
Nice.
that? Any birds on the phone? Any takers at the minute? Always a few.
No, there ain't actually a few, actually. I'm only talking to one person at the minute.
That's right, she could be the one.
I've not met her yet.
Right.
Blinder, yeah.
Oh. Is that right, yeah?
Yeah, look.
Happy?
Handsome.
Like it?
Yeah, good, mate.
Let's get this in. A little bit of that.
Powerful, that wax, innit?
I know, it's good. Look at that.
It's the only, do you know why? It's the only, like, because I wash my hair a lot, every day, twice a day sometimes, because
it smells of dog shit.
but it gets greasy. Like if I have it fresh in the morning, so if I wash my hair overnight, go to sleep, when I wake up in the morning, I have to wash it again because
of course
the oil. So, but this is where it's natural. Like I bought a cheap shit wax the other day because I was in a rush. Matte clay.
Awful.
It's like pomade.
Yeah.
Pony.
No, listen, there's bad products out there, but I've developed this one for a long time to look like that.
Handsome.
See, I've taken out that little bit neat on your ears, but that will grow out nicely. I've not fully tapered the back in.
Oh, that's all right, but that's because I like the shape.
Yes, and I've got rid of that flatted bit. You know that you normally have.
Yeah, go fucking.
We happy?
Yeah,
all sorted.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's a wrap.
Smooth.
Big rig.
Big up.
Smooth in a mix.
My brother.
Thank you all for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and tune in next time when we go back into the barbershop.